have a story. If you would like to come up, if not, you can stay right there because I think everybody else would like to hear this story too. It may be a story that you know of. Has anybody heard the story of the phoenix? So, now the story goes that there was a phoenix bird. There was a bird that was flying around, looked like this. Just imagine this being a bird. And this phoenix was so beautiful. This bird was so beautiful. It had red and orange and all these brilliant colors. And the sun looked down at this bird one day and said, "Ah, you are my favorite bird. I'm going to make it that you will never, ever, ever die." And so at first, the phoenix bird thought, well, that's pretty cool. And he flapped around and he did all his things. He had some tragedies. There's lots of stories about the phoenix you might want to read about. Sometimes people would try to run up and grab his feathers because he was so pretty. But eventually time went on, and even though the sun had told him he would live forever, his body started getting kind of used up a little bit. And he was thinking, you know what? I think I need to let go of this body. And so the phoenix one day flew around and he gathered some things. He gathered cinnamon bark and all kinds of things. And he found himself a nest. And the phoenix, hold on. The phoenix found a nest and he curled up in the nest. I'm going to do this over here so you can see this. He curled up in the nest. We're going to see if he can curl up in his nest. He curled up in his nest, and all of a sudden, in a flash, his whole body caught fire. Wait, let's see if it works. And then, wait, it's not working. Hold on. Wait, the magic didn't happen this time. Magic's going to happen this time. I did rehearse this. So wait. Luckily, he had another wing. That was just his one wing. Okay, so here we go. So he curls up. There we go. And just like that, he catches fire. And his whole body burns just in a blink of an eye and whoosh, goes off. And then he becomes ash. But guess what happens? Do you know what happens to the phoenix? He sits in the ash, and immediately, I don't have another bird, let's just pretend. Immediately, another little egg comes, and a little baby bird comes, and within minutes, he's a brand new bird. And this turns out is what happens every 500 years to the phoenix. Every 500 years, he goes and finds a nest. He lets himself go into the fire, and then he's reborn again. Is that a good story? We like that story. We're going to use that story later on, too.